welcome to my channel. This is Donnie, and I'm going to do a whip and chat with you today. I have not done one in a very long time. However, I actually have something to talk about today, so I figured I would go ahead and talk to you while I work on this diamond painting. I am doing... I'm still working on Dragon Attack by Diamond Art Club. This is my last strip right here. And I will be finished with this one. And I've been working on this one probably for about... Well, I've been working on it since a couple days before it was released. Because I did the sneak peek on it. And then I started on it right away because I was so excited to do this one. And honestly, this is the kind of diamond painting I used to do. This is how I started diamond painting, was with a heavily confettied square drill. Well, I have found that those aren't my favorite, although I love how it's turning out. I have found that it takes me a very long time to get anywhere. And so, you know, I don't do them very often, but I will still do them, especially if it's dragons. So, anyway, I just got back from a retreat, my very first craft retreat. Well, it's been about, let's see, today is Thursday, and I got back on Sunday, so it's been 4 days, and, okay, there's still some film on here. Let me turn this volume off. Here is the rundown of how that went. So, I left here around 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, to Portland, because that's the airport I was flying out of, and it takes about 2 hours to get there, and they want you to be there 2 hours early. So my flight was at 11:50. Yeah, 11:50. So we needed to be there about 10 o'clock. And so I got there, and oh my gosh, I can't get this up. Jim had to just drop me off because it was the best scenario for getting checked in and everything, because he still had to drive another 2 hours to get back home. And then I checked in. Didn't realize that my flight did not include a checked bag. So, of course, I had to pay the $30 to check my one suitcase, because there's no way I was going to go on this trip with just an overnight bag carry-on to the plane kind of thing. So, because it was a diamond painting, you know, retreat, I brought some things from the shop, and I brought a couple of diamond paintings to do, you know, the kinds of things. I don't know if you've ever done a craft retreat, but this was my first. I didn't really know what I was going to need. So, anyway, I checked my bag, and then I have 3 additional bags to carry along with me, plus a jacket that I brought, a light jacket, because, you know, the weather could be completely different over there in Michigan. So I had my purse, and I usually use a backpack for a purse, but because I was going on a flight and I didn't want them to think, oh, she's bringing 2 backpacks, because I brought a backpack for my carry-on item. So I pulled out a purse from my closet that I got in Vegas a few years ago. Nice, pretty purple purse. And I haven't used it for probably 6 years, 5 years, something like that. And but it's nice and big, so I was able to carry a lot in it. And then I had my backpack, and I had my CPAP machine, which is a medical device, so you are able to take those on board with you. And so my arms were full, and I'm not small by any means. So once I get on the plane, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to worry about getting into my backpack and diamond painting or doing anything like that on the plane because there just wasn't the room. My purse was stuffed to the gills. I stuck that down underneath the seat, and I put the CPAP and the backpack above me. I kept my coat with me too. I don't know why. I figured might use it to, you know, use as a pillow or something, because they don't offer that kind of stuff, it seems, unless you're on one of those big 2-story planes where they do that kind. I don't know. I've never been on a plane that offers it because I've never been on a flight that long. So this flight was to be about 3.5 hours long. Then I had a layover in Chicago for 2.5 hours, and then a 20-minute flight into Michigan. Well, I wasn't tired when we left. And so they had a USB plug. They had a nice little stand on the back of the seat in front of me for your phone. They had in-flight movies. You could log into it's like Wi-Fi for just the plane. So they had movies you could watch. And I started watching Goodfellas. And I've seen it before, and I just got kind of bored with watching it, even though I didn't remember any of the stuff that was going on in that movie. I thought I remembered the whole movie, but I didn't remember any of the beginning. But anyway, I just couldn't concentrate on it. It was really small because I didn't figure out how to make it full screen until I was basically bored with it. Anyway, So I just, I had it plugged into the USB port the whole time so I could keep it charged. And I guess I played games, but I was able to text. I was able to text on Messenger the whole time I was on the plane. So I thought that odd. I was able to, I think I was able to actually get on Facebook too. But I couldn't load other things that required the internet, like some of my games. So I just stopped messing with that, and when the sun started coming up, which it was like 3:55 on my phone. It said 3:55, but it was actually only 1:55 my time because of the time change. So it was so weird to see that the sun was coming up at 2 in the morning. I mean, it was so pretty. I mean, I'll post a picture of the very first photo right here. Of the sun. I mean, being able to see the sun coming up while you're in the sky above the clouds was just, I thought, the coolest thing. So I took some pictures of it gradually coming up over the horizon, and oh my gosh, it was just so breathtaking. It was something, I knew I would probably, if, I don't know if I'd ever experience anything like that again. So I took pictures. Of course, I like taking pictures, memories and whatnot. So I've got that. And then we came in over Chicago, over, I guess, Lake Michigan. But Lake Michigan, it looked like an ocean. I was like, no way that is a lake. It was, as far as I could see, you couldn't see the other end of it. It was that big of a lake. I mean, no, I've never seen the Great Lakes before. I've never been that far east in my life in the United States. So I was just in awe, and I took a picture here of the coast, I guess you'd say it, the beach, and of Chicago. I mean, I had no idea Chicago was on the lake. I don't know if that even is Chicago. I just know that that's what I saw when I looked out the window. And it was just amazing to me to see something like that, especially when I've only seen the Pacific Ocean. I've never even seen the Atlantic. And yeah, so I got transferred over to the next flight. There wasn't too long of a wait, and then got on board and got on the plane, and before we knew it, we were landing already. But the second flight was on one of these tiny, tiny planes where, you only get one seat on one row is just a single seat, and then the other row is two seats. And I chose the seat that was by itself because I had an experience with a woman who didn't want to sit next to me because she didn't feel like she would be comfortable because, I'm a bigger, and she actually asked to be moved. And that was kind of humiliating. But so I figured I'd avoid that by sitting in that chair. Well, the arms, I found that they do come up. I saw someone lift it up, but I never figured out how. And so I was squished in there between these tiny. I mean, they're so narrow. They're like, no, not that tiny, but I mean, it's so small. They're like, what? I mean, you'd have to be very thin to be able to sit in those things comfortably, I think. But anyway, I was not comfortable at all. I was in pain the entire time. All I could do is wait for that flight to get over with, wait for everyone to get off the plane, and then struggle to get out. Because I had to straddle the armrest to actually get myself over into the aisle. It was not a fun flight by any means. So I fixed that on the way home. Anyway, get there, and apparently my flight got in early, and so I text Jennifer of DP Addiction Adventures. She was the one picking me up. She was one of the organizers of the retreat. And I text her and I said, I'm landing. And she says, oh no. Because the last she had heard, I wasn't getting in for like another 30 minutes later than I did get in. So anyway, she had to just throw some clothes on and rush out the door to come get me, which was fine because by the time I got my bag and got out front, I didn't have much to wait. I didn't have to wait that long, so. And it was nice to actually finally be outside after being in the airport for the past, I don't even know how many hours because of the time change and it going back and forth or going all over the place. So I didn't even really know what time it was. It was like 10 something there. And so that would have meant it was only 7 a.m. my time. Yeah, so that meant I was traveling. It took about 7 hours for me to get from my flight leaving to the time I landed with the layover and everything. And I got there, and I tell you, I think I took like a 20-minute nap somewhere. I don't even remember where it was now. Because we stopped at the store to get some snacks for the weekend. And gosh, I don't even remember how I took a nap. Because I know I didn't lay down. But I think I took a 20-minute nap or something. Or maybe I did in the bed. I don't remember anyway. But I had been up all night. I stayed up the entire time. I didn't sleep that night, and I went to bed at like 1 a.m. Eastern, so that was a pretty okay time frame. But I tell you, I was like, man, if I'm going to bed this early, 1 a.m., which is only, I was calculating the entire time, between my time and their time, so I could try and stay on a schedule that I could do easily when I got back home. So, but everybody, no, people were just starting to get in when I got there, and so it wasn't too bad. There wasn't a lot to do when you first get there. Just basically visit with people and get to know people, and get your stuff in your room. Just get settled basically, and then they had that first night we did a what was it called? A white elephant exchange. And but before that, everybody got a swag bag, and so we got some goodies. And one of the goodies was a T-shirt. We all took We took a group photo. I have that on my Instagram, but I'll throw that up here. But on each swag bag, we had a number. And so that was our number for several different activities throughout the weekend. And the first thing it was the white elephant. And we started with number 1. The person who had the number 1 bag got to pick a present, and they got to open it. And then number 2 got to either pick a present off the table or take the gift away from anyone else who had opened. So you could only have that one gift could only be taken once. That's how we worked it, because there was 35 people, and it would have taken a lot longer if we were to do it that way, I guess. So when it got to my number, I was 26. I picked a new gift that was on the table because the thing I wanted to steal was already stolen, so I couldn't take it. And oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. The thing that I opened, I mean, everyone could tell I had shock on my face. They were suckers in the shape of something that you would see at a bachelorette party. Yeah. So, nobody wanted to steal them from me. So, I was basically stuck with them. And it was like a big joke because it was hilarious, really. Tina from DP Sparklers, she had a mission. She was on a mission to find out who brought those. Now, the person who brought them said that they were going to let me know that it was them. But before they did, Tina did deduce who it was. She figured it out, and she was right. It was pretty funny. I mean, it was another way of, getting to know people, because I was going around asking everybody what they brought. What'd you bring? What'd you bring? And she actually was asked, but she did not say the right thing. She's like, oh, I brought this. And then that kind of threw us off, but she did get caught. We did get it figured out as to what she brought. So that was funny. And she's like, you don't have to keep. She said, you can throw them away. I'm like thinking, you know what? I might just hold on to them for another white elephant. Maybe next year. You never know. So they're still in my bag. I haven't unpacked all the way. I have some major issues with pain. I have chronic pain, and lately my lower back has been hurting. So, um, while I was on this trip, my back was really bothering me to the point where it was my sciatic nerve was being pinched because I have a bulged disc in my lower back. And so when I'm there, we're sitting in these really nice, comfortable computer chairs. We have a 6-foot table of our own. Um, and I pull out just a Amazon diamond painting, a small one, because I did not have the room to bring this large one, because I have all of my colors kitted up into a tower. So I have all these trays in a tower, and there was no way I was going to take all that with me. And so the pain that I was having was most of it was my back, my lower back. It was going down my leg, my right leg. So there was nothing comfortable outside of sleeping. Sleeping was the only thing I could do that I wasn't in pain. And so I didn't get much diamond painting done because I was constantly switching positions, getting back up, and I took a nap every day just to be able to get away from being in pain. And it sucked because I really wanted to be able to participate in everything. I wanted to be able to, you know, do more. I wanted to be able to help, clean up and help prepare stuff and just be a participant in that way. And it sucked because I couldn't. No matter how much I wanted to, I couldn't. And I would be in my mind thinking about, but it hasn't always been this way. I used to be able to do something like that. It's simple things to do, but the simplest things you take for granted. Even, being able to stand up and, wash your coffee cup, or, wipe the table off after dinner, and just within the last couple of years of, me being around, I could do things like pick up stuff off the floor, clean up the dirty clothes on the floor. I could do that kind of stuff. It wasn't a lot, but it was more than what I can do right now. And it really, really bothers me that I can't. So I'm constantly, going out to vape, or I'm, then I'd come back and sit down, or I'd go visit with somebody or whatnot. I mean, I really, really wanted to be able to get to know every single person there. And I tried, and I did the best I could. And, there may have been a couple of people that I didn't visit with as much as others. The people that were closest to me at my tables, I got to know a bit better than some of the people that were like in the other room, or people who were smokers and vapors that would go outside as well. I would talk and get to know them a little bit. And so that's how I got around it, is I used my having to move around a lot to talk to new people. And we did lots of fun stuff. Okay, so the first night we did the white elephant, and we got our swag bags. We had dinner, and we also did a Secret Santa thing. I think the organizers of this retreat did awesome. I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to since I've never been to one, but I mean, all the things that they had to do to be able to make sure everything went smoothly. There was 4 people. There was Jennifer. There was Kara. And they all have channels too, and I'll link those down below if you want to check them out. Almost everybody there, it seemed, had a channel, but I'll have some new channels to check out here when I get some time to actually watch videos. And let's see, Mindy Dimple, Dipple. I always say dimple, and it's not dimple, it's dipple. She's of Mindy's Diamond Moment. And then I don't know why I'm going blank. I said Jennifer, Kara. Oh yeah, and then Crashly. Oh my gosh, how could I forget Crashly? She was, her and Jennifer both were sitting across from me. And Crashly, oh my gosh, her personality is so like mine, how I was when I was younger. I was just, she's just so full of life, and she's so fun. Um, but she has, I think her channel is called Crafts with Crashly. She even has a Etsy store, I think. When she first started her store, I went and bought, because at that point I wasn't using acrylic pins. I really couldn't handle the acrylic pins because they were too thin. Now they have the thicker ones that I can handle. So I went to her store and bought a polymer clay pen. And the first one, it cracked. And she's like, oh no, thanks for telling me. And I told her, yeah, it cracked down the middle. She says, I'm going to tweak it and see if I can make it more sturdy. So she did. And then she sent me this one because I wanted something thick. And as you can see, this is nice and thick. And that's about how thick these new acrylics are. So I'm able to work with the acrylics now that they're thicker. But I actually brought this with me, and I've been using it. But as you can see, it's got some of the bigger multi-placers on it, so I don't use it as often as the smaller placers. I have our 4-placer on this one and our all-in-one stainless steel. Those are the ones I use the majority of the time. So, yeah, I talked with her a lot, but she was, up and pretty busy because of being one of the coordinators, so she had a lot to do. And then the second day we did the Secret Santa thing. We had 6 gifts that we got for our Secret Santa, and we would give them we would get them to our person somehow, 1 gift between every meal. So between dinner and breakfast, the very first night, the dinner, sometime after dinner and before breakfast, you were to somehow get the first gift to your person. So it was pretty neat, getting excited and anticipating what you were gonna get, and kind of keeping an eye on the person that you gave yours to see how they reacted. I had Stephanie from Wolfpack Diamond Painting, I think that's her channel name. And I got her, we had filled out a form to say the things we liked and disliked. So I got her a few wolf things. I got her a pack of stickers and a little stuffed wolf, and one of the wolf pens that we have in our shop, and a backpack with a wolf, with purple. Oh, it was so beautiful. And then I got her some other things that were on the list. So it was fun. I love giving, and so the best part for me was being able to, because she was in view of me. I mean, I could see the back of her, so I could see her opening her gifts. And I actually sat there when she was going through the stickers. I don't think she realized it was me, but yeah, I was looking at the stickers as she was opening them, because I didn't know what were in them. I didn't know what they were when I ordered them. I know it was a pack of stickers. I just didn't know they were wolf stickers. I just didn't know what each one looked like. So it was fun being able to look at them as she opened them. And then the final one, the last gift you were to give to them, you gave it to them in person so that they knew who was their secret Santa. And that was fun. They also had some classes. Crashly did a polymer clay pen class. I couldn't do the classes basically because they took some time to do, and you'd need to be able to sit there and participate and be able to stay in that one spot to do them, and I couldn't do it. They had a scavenger hunt one night that I missed out on because I couldn't go around the building and search for things. I really wanted to do the scavenger hunt, but no, I took a nap instead. Figured I'd take that opportunity while everyone was busy. And they had some really nice meals. We got Panera, we got Schlotsky's, we got Qdoba, something like that. And yeah, it was pretty neat. I mean, I got to try new places I'd never eaten from before. I've eaten from Panera, I just hadn't eaten from those other places before. And I got to meet the owners of Craftably, Amy. Amy, and I think Michael. They were there, and I've actually got an unboxing that will probably be my next video that they sent me quite a while ago that I was backed up on, and I have made it my duty, my priority to get that done next. I do have a lineup of things to do because of the fact that I've been trying to recuperate the last few days. I've just been diamond painting, and I haven't been able to really film anything. So, yeah, I'll be doing an unboxing from them. I've got several coming from Craftably because they now have, well, they have had for a little while. They do licensed pieces, licensed art. So they actually have Jasmine Beckett Griffith as licensed with them. And so there are quite a few that I have ordered. A lot of them were pre-order, so I'm still waiting on those. But I think they're available. But I know it's them. I mean, they are the ones that run the company, and so they're only 2 people. I don't know if they have other people that work for them, but I'm patient. I have plenty of diamond paintings to do. I will get it when they get here, and but I'm just really super excited about seeing what they, I can't wait to see them. Okay, so while we were there was a tornado warning. And I mean, the thing came up on my phone and everything. And when I was a kid, I had extreme fear of tornadoes. We lived in Oklahoma for a little while, and when we did that, I told my mom, please, I don't want to live anywhere unless it's got a tornado cellar, because I was so scared we were going to. Natural disasters were a big thing for me, and just like Tesslynn, she's afraid of natural disasters. It might be just a thing, a kid thing, because they don't understand how, nature works and how things happen. And so, I wasn't freaked out or anything like some people. You know who you are. But yeah, it was saying go in the basement, if you've got and they did have a basement, but I'm like, I am not climbing down the stairs to that basement. So if there's going to be a tornado, I'll be diamond painting when it comes, because I can't get down the stairs. But it didn't. The wind blew and there was a bit of rain, but that was it. We didn't have any problems in where we were. So, but it was very humid, and you'd go outside and it was so just bleh. The sky was gray, but you'd think, oh, it's going to be cold out here. But it wasn't. It was just muggy, and I was shocked that it wasn't cold. So it was strange, because I'm not used to that kind of weather. I'm used to it being, if the sky's cloudy and gray, it's going to be raining, or it's going to be, cold outside because it's going to get ready to rain. That's what it's like in Oregon. We don't get humid rain, but it was like Oregon, where it rained off and on. It would start and stop, and then the minute you walked out, it would start, and then when you walked in, it would stop. So crazy weather. And back here at home, it was it was a scorching heat wave. The day I came back in Portland, it was to be 114 degrees. When we left Portland, it was 109. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm in a nice air conditioned car. We got home. I stayed home in the air conditioned house. And I'm like, I'd rather have this than the mugginess any day. And, just as long as I can stay inside with an air conditioner, it doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. Because, for me at least, I feel for the people who have to work out in that weather. But, yeah, even poor Tesslynn, she wanted to do something on Sunday, and we're like, honey, it is too hot to go outside. You can find something to do maybe tomorrow, because then on Monday it was like 95, and then it was 88 on Tuesday. So, it cooled down. It didn't, that high heat didn't stay very long. But that's basically my trip. I mean, there was fun things to do. There was great friendships. I met some wonderful people that I would never have had the opportunity to meet otherwise, because I'm on far west coast. That's like the furthest people came. Some people came from Texas. There was someone from California, and Missouri, but there was a lot of people from Michigan, different parts of Michigan. They were actually able to drive. Some people from Texas drove. The Craftably, the couple from Craftably, they're from Texas, and I believe they drove. I could be wrong, but I think they did. And so it was, it was very interesting to just meet some of you guys. I mean, I've met a few people here locally that have ordered from my shop, but there aren't very many because, I don't live in like a really huge town, but there's a few. I've met a few, and it's been nice. It's been pretty neat being able to meet people in person. But being able to actually just have games and enjoy the craft together and just hang out, that was really cool. I would love if I could get something locally going on, like once a month, to have like a craft night. But I honestly don't have the time to organize something like that. If anyone lives locally, Eugene area, and wants to do something like that, I'll help where I can. If you want to do something, let me know, because I miss that interaction. I miss being able to hang out with people who like to do the same thing I do. So guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I think Tesslynn will be home soon. She's off with my other daughter at their house, hanging out, playing in the sprinkler. And she'll be home anytime. And I mean, I know you guys love hearing her, and she is adorable, but she will try and take over my video, which she has done many times. But look how much I got done in the last 30 minutes. Not a lot, but it's something. So thank you guys so much for joining me in my video today. I really appreciate it. And let me know if you've ever gone on a retreat before. What kinds of things you did, because this, like I said, this was my very first one, and I thought it was a blast. I had an awesome time, and I want to thank all of the coordinators, the helpers, everybody, and especially those that helped me out while I was there when I was having a hard time with my back. And just, I love you guys. It was like we came in as crafters and we left as a family. So thank you very much for watching. I think of you as my family too. You are just my BFFs, my diamond painting BFFs in this YouTube world, because I would not continue to do this if it wasn't for the support from you guys. So thank you so very much, and thank you to all of my new subscribers. I appreciate you subscribing, and I hope to see you in my next video. So have fun diamond painting, and don't forget to always sparkle wherever you go and whatever you do. Take care, everyone. Bye.